Hey everybody, Jeff Schneider here. So my intro to piano was sitting in my living room watching my dad play, and he'd play whatever song we heard in the movie we watched that night. He would play it by ear, and one day I just wanted to know how he was doing that. So I went over and I asked him, and he said, you just have to learn these three chords: C major, F major, and G major. That's the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5 chord. So take, for instance, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. If I played it now, I'd do something like this, like a C major, going to A minor 7, E minor 7, C13, back to F major there, then there's a G9, and then this kind of thing with the C add 9. But back then I would just play C major, G major, and then C major, and then down here I would think, okay, it's a C, I'll try C major again, but that didn't sound right, so then I would try F major, and that would be my thought process. I would take clues from what note was in the melody and figure out whether it was C major, F major, or G major. And I did that for a long time with a lot of different songs, and it kind of worked. And then one day I discovered there were other chords, like A minor, for instance. And when I started playing with A minor, that opened up a whole new world. It was like finding a new color in the crayon box after only getting to use 3 colors for however many months. A year or so went by, and I remember sitting in the middle school auditorium after a jazz band rehearsal. And I was looking at my jazz band music, I was playing saxophone, and I saw these chords like C major 7 in the solo section, and I didn't really know what that meant. So I asked my teacher what C major 7 was, and he showed me, that's your C major 7 chord. But then he said, what you can do is take this voicing here, which sounds a little thin and puny, and open it up by playing the root in the 5th in your left hand, and the 3rd and the 7 in your right. And this is what just blew my mind. It changed everything for me because I was able to play all these jazz chords and have them sound really full. And so what I want to do is show you what you can do with this voicing. I put together a little chord progression. Nothing too fancy, easy to play, but it sounds great. You're going to have a lot of fun with this one. So first I'll play the whole song. It's not too long. Check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I'll show you how to play this now, and I'll give you some simplifications along the way if you need them. And also you can download the sheet music with the note names and the note heads. That's for free down in the link in the description below. So let's get started. We have C major 7, that voicing, with the 1 and the 5 and the 3 and the 7. We're gonna start there, 2, 3, and then we're gonna just play those 2 notes in the right hand, one after another, E, B, going to A minor 7. Same formula for the voicing there, 1 and 5, 3 and 7. And then we're going to do the same thing on F major 7. This time we're going to play with a grace note, going from the 6 to the 7 there, the D to the E. So the whole thing, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. So here we have C up to G. Technically that's the 5 up to the 9. And then we're going to go to an F minor 6. So essentially we have this shape, and then these 2 notes in the right hand are going to move down. A goes to A flat, E goes to D. This is an F minor 6. That's the root, the 5th, the flat 3rd or the minor 3rd, and then the 6 on top. So the whole thing, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And another grace note there. Then we repeat. I'm going to do a grace note for the C major 7 that time around. This is the second time. A minor 7. Here we're going to do this little lick. You don't have to play it, but it sounds kind of cool. So the notes are G, A, C, G. And I'm going to do it in octaves. So it's 4 E and A. And then F major 7 is on beat 1. It sounds like this. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Same thing as before with the F minor 6. And then we're going to play this little lick. And really what that is D, C, B, C, but with a grace note. E flat, D. So with the lick, you can also do that little turn in there. This is all in the sheet music. Make sure you download that. That'll make it easier. That's a little turn. D, E flat, D, C, D. And then this lick, that's the grace note going from E flat to D. C, B, C, back to the top. Now we're on the third time, and this time it's going to be a little different. We're going to switch it up here. We're going to go C major 7, and then instead of going to A minor 7, we're going to go to A major 7. Same voicing, root 5, 3, 7. Grace note from the 6 to the 7, just like before. We're just taking the same voicing, moving it down a minor third to A major 7. And then we go to this E add 9 over G sharp. So we have the third, there's the 9, there's the root there in the middle, the 5 on top. And then we go to this baby. That's a G13 sus, another one of my favorites. All right, that whole sequence right there. 2, 3, 2, 3, and 4, and. So those are on the upbeats. And 4, and. And that brings us back to the top. So that lick right there is. Essentially, it's just going down the scale there. D, C, B, A, G, but with some grace notes. Grace note into the B and down into the A. I do it in octaves. You don't have to play these extra filler licks, and you certainly don't have to play them in octaves, but they're nice to have under your fingers, so work on them. Again, here's what it sounds like with both hands. And then you're back to the top. And now this time, same lick, different rhythm. So the first time it was where we came right in on beat 1 there, 4 E and a 1. This time we're going to do a little surprise. We'll go up, ba ba do ba ba, and then the F major comes on the and of 1. Ba ba do ba ah, upbeat. Put the turn, same thing as before, and then the ending. Back to our original voicing, down an octave from where we started. That free download not only has the sheet music, but I also threw in a recording of the song along with just the drums so you can practice along with that. And I even threw in the MIDI for the piano part if you want to mess with that. Anyway, check it out in the link in the description below, or you can click it somewhere on the screen. And also I have a video up here that shows how I play chords that have even more notes in them, how to work in different extensions and all kinds of crazy stuff. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.